Right. Just a heads up, anyone that watches this, probably going to be a bunch of me crashing into the wall and getting used to how this car drives on this track. Besides that, manufacturer cups are starting soon. Today's the first day for qualifying. I didn't even know. RL started his
Hello,
video.
feeling down today, gonna sleep.
I'm sorry, Rain Check. I hope your day gets better. Sometimes sleep makes it better, sometimes sleep makes it worse. Maybe try going for a walk. That'll help sometimes.
There are dogs around here I don't trust, and there's no sidewalks. I've nearly been hit 5 times in 5 minutes.
No sidewalks? I haven't heard of that before. Oh, maybe rural area. My bad. That would make more sense. Me over here being a city boy. Then yeah, maybe don't go on a walk. Don't get attacked by a dog. I finished the story for Days Gone yesterday. For the main story, at least. I still have some more stuff to do. But
City
man, that
boy stink, I smell it on you now.
yeah, you can smell it. But that game totally deserves a sequel. They need to give that game a sequel stat, because that game is amazing. Okay, just do mediums. I think I'm gonna have to run mediums in that race anyway. Hey.
Yeah, so Sarah a baddie even after that long.
Yeah, all of them. It was just a great story. I loved how they did it. Like they made a really good villain with the Colonel, because yeah, I mean you could tell when I was watching. I hate that Colonel. Like Colonel's an asshole. I despise that guy, and I was so
Deacon
ready to
is a
get rid of
very
him.
happy husband.
He is. But I also like Deacon as a character a lot. I feel like I relate to him more than I thought I would.
How so?
Just the way that he would always say things that I would be thinking before I would say them, you know? Like the rippers and all, like the anger that he felt for like some of the... I relate to that, you know? Sometimes you feel that anger. I liked how they didn't like show or didn't hide it in the character. There wasn't a moment in the game... Well, actually, I will say, when... I don't want to... Have you actually finished the game, Raincheck? I don't want to spoil the story. It's probably pretty hard to hear me right now, too. Engine in this car is very loud.
Don't care about spoilers.
Well, there was the only moment I felt like I was like, "Hey, Deacon, what are you doing?"
I still get to experience it.
The only point where I was like, "Deacon, what are you doing?" was Deacon's reaction to like his wife when you first find her after all that time. She's very standoffish, and his reaction wasn't as angry as I thought he would be, because he was angry at everything else in the game. So that was the only time where I was like, I would have thought he would have been more pissed, because he was kind of just like, all right, I'll be your errand boy. But as the story progressed, I understood it 100%, because he was still pissed, but he was just not showing it, because he was like, hey, I found her, I got to do what I got to do. So I just respect Deacon. Deacon's a cool guy. I'm happy it had just a very good ending. That's what I'll say. I like the ending a lot. And the way that they ended it, like with how the infection's going and stuff, they totally could do a sequel, 100%. Because the way
He
that Neuro,
probably expected 3 years apart and he was in the shit, he wouldn't be the same.
yeah, probably. Well, you'll see when it happens. I don't think it was necessarily that. I think it was just more like shell shock type of situation. She didn't really notice that he was real, but I think they totally have potential for a sequel because they were talking about how the Freakers are evolving, and it's like that's all they need is they could just add more evolutions, more things change, harder to deal with in the next game, more environments, more weapons. Like they have such an opportunity.
I can see a lot of cuddling in their future.
And I also I respect Sarah a lot more because I thought she was trying to make a weapon. Like, because in the beginning she said she didn't work for the government to make weapons, so I was like, hey, I respect that. And then for a bit, I thought she was just making a weapon to kill all of them. But then when it came out, she was trying to make a cure. I was like, damn, she's trying.
They said they'd make a sequel but it got cancelled.
Uh, well, PlayStation got to figure out their shit because that definitely deserves a sequel, 1000%. Out of all the games to get sequels, that one deserves it. I feel like it's on the same standing as like The Last of Us in terms of PlayStation exclusives. Like it should 100% be given a sequel. And like look at The Last of Us. The Last of Us 1 was really good, and The Last of Us 2 in terms of gameplay was really fun. And that kind of when Last of Us 2 came out, a lot of people went back to play the remastered version of Last of Us 1.
We're tired of The Last of Us, we don't want another remake or remaster.
Yeah, none of us do. We want Days Gone, PlayStation.
Also for The Last of Us 3, I fully expect Ellie to swing from the rafters.
Oh, too wide, too wide. I didn't play all. I played some of The Last of Us 1, and I played some of The Last of Us 2. I didn't complete either of the stories. I watched them complete it, so I kind of knew what already happened. And past that, I didn't really have the desire. Oh.
She lost Joel, Dinah, Tommy, the respect of the community, her ability to make music. She lost everything.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't really like Ellie. She's impulsive, which got many people killed. She's a hypocrite. How many Joels do you think she killed on?
I don't know. I feel like that's where The Last of Us Part 2 lost me, is I just like Joel a lot as a character. When they killed him off and expected us to like the other girl, I was just like, this sucks. Oh, too wide, too wide.
You know, they admitted that they killed of Joel because they didn't want a strong male lead that was a father.
I don't know why. That new game that came out recently is all based on that. Everyone's loving it. Yeah, but
I
if
would
you
say the woke agenda if I was an idiot, but I'm guessing the actor for Joel wanted to retire from the role.
that, or like they didn't want to pay in the money, that also happens sometimes. They ask for more money and the studio just says no and they go around it. That's the result. Who knows? It's all in the past anyway. That is the thing though, is like with Days Gone, I was worried that they were gonna ruin the ending by it being like a cliffhanger or something relying on a sequel, but that's the thing that I liked about it, is that the ending's independent, so if there is no sequel, you can play that game over and over again and it's
It's
a
what they
complete
did
story.
with Carl.
Exactly. Didn't the actor from Walking Dead want more money and then they were just like, nah, get out of here?
No, he turned 18, which they'd legally have to pay him more.
Yeah, that's fucked. They probably had that planned that whole time. They're like, alright, you're 18, buddy. Get a real job. And knowing how child actors are paid and stuff, he probably didn't have much of that money set aside. It was probably all like spent by someone. That happens so often.
He fully changed his life to stay in the show. He moved to Georgia along with his family. He lives near Atlanta. I used to live in the town. Why are they all pretty?
I don't know. You tell me. What's all pretty? I was trying to process all the town part, and then it said, what are they all pretty? They're talking about the town, and I'm not making good time on this lap. This is not my strong suit track, that's for sure.
The actors, I saw them on occasion. I used to live where they filmed.
Oh yeah, because Walking Dead's filmed out in Atlanta, right? That's where they're filming that. That's cool. My worst lap yet.
Georgia, they mainly filmed in Hogansville. I drove past that old theater when they brought Morgan back.
I think I watched Walking Dead all the way up until the introduction of Negan and when they killed off Glenn. After that, I kind of fell off after a couple seasons. Like, I think when the Wanderers were starting to become a thing, I started to fall off. But besides that, I don't know.
Watch some more, just don't go into the spin-offs except Daryl's and Negan's.
That's the thing, I really liked Negan as a character. I liked Daryl. I love Daryl. Part of the reason I like Days Gone. The Daryl simulator. Maybe that's one of the things I should do. Just do with a bunch of crossbow playthrough with just the crossbow, see how that goes. New Game Plus. I'll have all the different types.
They have mods in Days Gone where Deacon is replaced with Daryl.
Yeah, I've seen someone play with those. They look cool. It's too bad I run on PlayStation.
You might like The Walking Dead Survival Instinct.
I've seen that the Walking Dead VR game is pretty good too. I may try that eventually.
You should play it. Also try a 100 days challenge if you want to.
Oh, so you survive days in that, huh? What is the 100-day challenge? Is that like surviving 100 days in Days Gone?
In The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners.
Oh, okay.
You should get a decent gaming laptop or PC so you can get Steam.
I have Steam on my laptop, it's just not a gaming laptop. That's getting a gaming PC or laptop.
Does PlayStation allow Steam?
No, PlayStation doesn't allow Steam. If that would be down the line for a while, I think it's not likely. See, these guys are getting blue flag. They should let me pass because I'm obviously going faster than them. We're battling out that whole last lap.
Can you connect your laptop to your PlayStation so it runs off that hardware?
No, I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't think that's a thing you can do.
Also, you should download the Red Machete mod for The Walking Dead if you get it.
Yeah, mods on the PlayStation are pretty much non-existent.